Business Today magazine has just scooped an interview of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and why I plug it into this conversation is because this image is generated through generative artificial intelligence. So pervasive is AI in all of what we are doing at this moment that what was earlier in the realm of a distant future has now just seeped into our lives in so many different parts of it. Could you, Mr. Smith, start this conversation by giving everyone seated here a sense of what's coming? We've already been wowed by everything that AI has thrown up so far, ChatGPT 4, everything that Microsoft is showcasing. In your view, from where you're sitting, where are we heading to next?
Well, first of all, it's great to be here with all of you. It's great to be here with you, Rahul. And we've been on a bit of a hype cycle, I think it's fair to say. It's pretty amazing when you think that it was really just the last week in November that ChatGPT was released and people started to imagine what it could do. And I think that first month was all about, oh my gosh, this stuff actually works. And by January or February, people were really excited. It was like, oh my God, this could save the world. And by April, everybody in many countries was looking at each other and saying, oh my Lord, it's going to destroy us all. And it's been a roller coaster. But as I travel the world, and I appreciate the business audience in this room, this is a summer that is really, as I call the sandbox summer. Thousands of our customers are developing proofs of concept. You know, they're developing the pilots in the sandboxes, if you will. And I think what we're going to see over the next 6 to 12 months is an enormous amount of practical advance. And what we're going to see, I think, especially in the world of business, is fundamentally two things. Companies are taking their line of business, and they're very focused on innovating, creating their own IP, figuring out how they can do better and more efficiently whatever it is that they do at the heart or core of their company. And at the same time, every other function that every one of our businesses has in common are being reshaped as well. So whether it's HR or finance or legal or sales or marketing or advertising or sales, we're seeing AI make its way into the software that people use. You certainly see that in terms of the Microsoft software that people use. All of this should unleash productivity growth. And that should be good for this economy. It should be good for every economy around the world. And ultimately, this should be good for people. I do think people get most excited, rightly so, at what this can do for something like healthcare. The ability to enable doctors to diagnose diseases, to identify patterns in a sea of data. The opportunity it brings to improve education, to create digital tutors for students and their parents. Even something as simple as something I experience every day now that I'm using the early versions of what we call M365 Copilot. Imagine a teacher who can take a lesson plan and say, create 6 PowerPoint slides for me based on this lesson plan in a Word document. And 37 seconds later, there's a good first draft of a PowerPoint deck. All of these things are really, as you say, becoming part of our lives.
You know, the India Today newsroom has been at the forefront of implementing different aspects of artificial intelligence in multiple processes. You know, we have this very short clip I wish to play out, and I want to talk about how the world could change content creation, and then also different aspects of what all of you do in your work and in your personal lives could change as a result of the phenomenal capabilities of generative AI, which are now available out in the world. So can we have that clip play now, please? And then we'll talk a bit about how AI is impacting on a daily basis all of what we're doing. Let's have it.
Being in the forefront of technology and innovation is in our DNA. While the world is still trying to figure out AI, India's most innovative newsroom has used it to redefine news. Meet our first AI news anchor.
Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, Sana.
Thank you, Kali, for having me here. I have the privilege to be the only fresher to get such a generous welcome into the India Today group. Hello everyone. I was launched at the prestigious India Today Conclave, among the most distinguished dignitaries. During the launch, I also interacted with the Honorable PM of India. माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, हम आभारी हैं कि आप हमारे बीच आए. I have a consistent tone and style of delivery and can speak multiple languages. Namaste. Hello. Shubhechhao. Shubhecha. Shubhashay Guru. Since the launch, I continue to rapidly expand my portfolio of shows. I bring you prime-time news on India's biggest news channel with award-winning journalists.
आप भारत की पहली ऐसी न्यूज एंकर हैं जो आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की टेक्नोलॉजी पर आधारित हैं, उस टेक्नोलॉजी के आधार पर काम करेंगी. खबरें बताएं.
I also bring you daily weather reports from across India.
How are you doing, Sana? It's sunny here in Delhi and parts of NCR, specifically after that spell of rainfall.
Hi Pooja, thank you for that. It's really good to have the sun back. I recently made my debut in Indian Premier League, where I will report on the latest news and exciting trivia from the world of sports. Do you want to know how your day will be today? Well, I can tell you your horoscope for the day. I break down complex topics of relevance in detail in easy explainers. Or you could even ask me anything under the sun. This is just a very small illustration of what I can do. Join me on a journey to the future of creativity, and let's explore the endless possibilities of AI together.
Thank you for that. Mr. Smith, let's talk for a moment about the good and the bad of this. The good is, you can do this in multiple languages, you can do it in double quick time, you can do it at very low cost. The bad is, it takes a bit of the personalization away. It takes a little of the human touch away. How are you wrapping your head around innovations like Sana and the other manners in which AI is playing itself out?
Well, I think that's a great illustration of, as you described, the opportunities and the challenges. And it's a question that people are grappling with around the world. One of the places where this has come to the forefront actually has been in the United States at the White House. The White House brought together 4 companies in May. Microsoft was one of them. And then with President Biden about a month ago, there were 7 of us who signed up for a set of voluntary commitments. One of them really goes to what you see there. The notion that if you're seeing a video image or you're hearing an audio tape or recording that is generated by artificial intelligence, the basic principle is you have a right to know that that's a computer speaking and not a human being. And I think that's a principle that makes sense. In fact, I think it's a principle that's important because otherwise I think we run a real risk of this being used to defraud people, to deceive them, and the like. I think in the same way, you're going to see, especially in the world of media and journalism, a desire to ensure that technology, including AI, is not used to alter content, say a real video of you, without your consent or without your employer's consent. And if it is, I think there's going to be a real effort across the tech sector at the platform level to ensure that we can spot that kind of content and let people know. So if you just think about the information environment, if you think about what it means to have an election here next year, or an election in many other countries next year, people need to be able to trust the information they're getting. AI is going to help you, as you say, translate. It makes information more widely available, but we need to ensure the integrity of information at the same time.